Welcome back to the deep dive. So today we're really zeroing in on something that could, well, genuinely change your golf game.
hmm
Consistency and much smarter course management.
Yeah, and we're looking at this fascinating concept from Henrik Jentsch. He's the director over at Golf Academy 360
Right.
Degrees.
And his core idea is developing two really solid, dependable golf swings.
Yeah.
For every club you own.
Exactly. Two swings designed specifically to let you, dial in your distances with just incredible precision.
It sounds simple, but it's kind of profound when you think about it.
It really is. And what's striking is how often this kind of fundamental strategy just gets, well, overlooked.
Yeah.
But it's so powerful if you really want to edge.
So our mission today really is to get under the hood of this, understand how this method actually works to, eliminate the guesswork out there on the course.
Absolutely. Taking the maybe out of the shot, making
Yeah.
every swing feel confident, intentional.
Okay, let's unpack this a little. Henry talks about these two standard shots, right? A full swing, obviously, and then this controlled, like, half swing.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly is that half swing? Is it just, swinging easier, or is there more to it?
Yeah, no, it's much more specific than just easing off. He defines it very precisely. It's that point in the backswing where your lead arm, so left arm for a right-handed player, gets perfectly parallel to the ground.
Parallel to the ground, like 9 o'clock on a clock face.
Exactly. He calls it the 9 o'clock position. And here's the crucial bit. Your wrists need to be fully cocked, fully set by that point.
Ah, okay, so it's not loose.
Not at all. It creates this compact, but actually surprisingly powerful little engine. And the result is exceptional control, but also, importantly, predictability. It's not just shorter, it's a specific, repeatable position you drill.
So you're ingraining two distinct feelings, two power levels almost, like two gears for each club.
That's a great way to put it. Two gears.
But then he adds another layer, right?
Yeah.
With grip variations, how does changing your grip fine-tune things even more?
Precisely. So you've got your two main swings, your two gears. Then you can layer on top of that by adjusting where you hold the club. You can grip it normally, right at the top.
Sure, standard grip.
Or you can choke down a bit, maybe grip it in the middle of the handle, or even way down near the shaft.
And gripping down shortens the effective length of the club.
Exactly, which just slightly reduces your club head speed and therefore your carry distance just a little bit. But each of those positions, top, middle, low, gives you another slightly different reliable carry number.
Okay, so now you're really building options.
You really are. And it becomes incredibly useful for those tricky little in-between shots, or maybe when you're under pressure or the wind is doing something funny. It just adds these extra layers of precision.
This really brings us to the whole verification piece, doesn't it?
Huh.
He really hammers home using a launch monitor to check all these numbers.
Oh, absolutely critical. You can't just guess.
Can you walk us through a practical example? Like, how does knowing these specific yardages actually help someone on the course?
Sure. So imagine using a launch monitor, one of those devices that measures ball speed, spin, launch angle, all that stuff.
Gives you the hard data.
Right. It gives
Yeah.
you your precise carry numbers. So Henrik gives this great example with an 8-iron. Let's say you practice that 9 o'clock swing, the controlled one, with a normal full grip.
Okay.
And the monitor tells you consistently that shot carries 116 meters. Nice controlled flight.
Got it. 116 meters.
Now you hit your normal full swing with that same 8-iron, same grip, and the monitor shows it carries, say, 130 meters.
Right. A typical full 8-iron distance for this player.
Exactly. So look at the difference. 116 meters for the 9 o'clock, 130 for the full swing. That's a 14-meter gap right there.
I see.
And that 14-meter gap, Henrik says, that's your crucial control zone for that club.
So if I'm following this, he's basically equipping golfers with a kind of a gearbox for every single club, allowing you to shift power levels, but with real precision.
That's exactly it. It feels like a huge step away from just sort of feeling the shot on the course, doesn't it?
It really does. Much less guesswork.
It's not just about hitting it, longer or shorter in a vague sense. It's about truly owning every single yardage that falls between your full swing distance and that controlled 9 o'clock distance.
Okay.
It transforms those uncertain three-quarter or knockdown shots, the ones based purely on feel, into actual precise data-backed decisions.
So instead of thinking, I need about 120 meters, maybe I'll take a bit off the 8-iron.
Right. Instead of that gamble, you know your controlled 9 o'clock swing reliably goes 116. Maybe gripping down slightly adds another yard or two. You have real data. It gives you this amazing spectrum of distances for every club.
Turning potential mistakes into confident shots.
Confident, well-executed strikes. And it just simplifies your course management massively.
That really clicks.
Yeah.
So bringing it back to you, the listener, what does this all really mean when you're actually out there playing? It feels like it boils down to, well, confidence, like real earned confidence.
It absolutely is. That's the main goal here. Strip away the ambiguity from your shots.
Yeah.
When you genuinely know your 2 swing types for each club, and you also know how just slightly changing your grip affects the distance, well, you're just not guessing anymore about what your soft 9-iron is going to do, or that 3/4 wedge.
You have proof. You've tested it.
You've got measured, tested results you can actually trust, implicitly, and it just transforms your whole approach. You move from relying purely on, intuition or feel,
Which can be unreliable under pressure.
totally unreliable, and you move towards making actual data-driven decisions right there, on the fly. Hendrick's advice is crystal clear. Master those 2 swings per club. Use the grip variations for that extra fine-tuning. Definitely use a launch monitor to verify all your data.
And build that distance chart.
Meticulously build that distance chart for your entire bag. It literally turns golf from a game of constant speculation into a game of known quantities.
Understanding those precise distances, knowing the variations for every single club,
Yeah.
that genuinely elevates your game.
Yeah.
It takes the guesswork right out of those crucial approach shots. And yeah, it must boost your confidence massively.
It really does. And, it raises kind of an interesting final thought for you, the listener. When you consider how much precision and sheer confidence you can gain just by mastering these control zones, like that 14-meter gap with the 8-iron we talked about, well, it makes you wonder what other areas, maybe in your life or perhaps in your work, could really benefit from defining and mastering your own kind of 2 swings, your own variations to, eliminate the guesswork and seriously improve your performance.